Hello, welcome back to 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. We are on an Italian journey, thanks to my esteemed colleague here who has sourced various. Oh, well, and Jeremy Dyson over there has also sourced some of the beers as well. They did it in partnership in
Well,
their
it was
European
well, it was
escapades.
Jeremy Dyson that sorted out the previous beer and this beer
Yes.
specifically by
So
going
this,
on
so this
a
is
hunt.
your cold hard cash negotiated with a man in now you know where it is.
Yes, I popped upstairs and checked where it was. Wasn't Milan. It was a place called Mosaic in Catania,
There we go.
and it was the best bar in Catania. We had some really nice beer in there, and they were super helpful. And when I believe, if I remember correctly, we thought they might have James's beer. We had a look round. We asked at the bar, couldn't find it. Then Tanya saw the bottle on a shelf with a load of other bottles to display. So then she sort of walked over and pointed and said, do you have this somewhere?" And then she went and got the manager.
Is this where you had the grappa beer?
The rest is history. Yes,
Very Italian.
yeah, it was an excellent bar. It was very good. I would highly recommend it if you're
All right, Mosaic in Catania, everyone.
if you ever go volcano bothering, that's the bar to go to.
Where also negotiations are permissible with the bar owner, clearly, which is lovely. I mean, I think that's pretty cool.
I wouldn't necessarily negotiate everything, but we got lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and then we've also confirmed the brewery is still very much in operation, and all the beers are still listed on the website, but some are obviously rarer than the others. The one we just did, the one we're about to do, are not core range beers; they are specialty beers.
And they're not available. We checked both.
They're not available on the website
Currently.
at the moment, but they are still listed as going concerns of beers they make.
They weren't listed when we checked them as well when we were so that's at least 6-7 months they've been listed as unavailable.
So I also, you were at the room when I was saying to this Tanya, there's also a reason why this one is particularly rare, which I will tell you when we get there.
Okay.
But this one, obviously from Italy, it is first brewed 2006, 5%, although actually the bottle, because it's the 2014 edition, round down the side, please.
2014 edition
7%.
is 7.
And it is the Mummy, La Mummia. Here we go again.
Mamma mia.
Here
we go again.
So, and it lists as a sour ale. So we're going to see what it's like. But the book says there's no precise star into which it falls. So we're going to give it a go. But it's billing itself as a sour ale. So
we'll see what
let's see how we get on. While you're doing that exciting thing, I'll do the tasting notes.
Oh, there's a bit more carbonation in this one.
Oh, good. Yes. Well, it says in the glass it is turbid with an evanescent fire.
I don't. What is turbid?
What is
it?
I thought it just means it's kind of like turbulent.
Oh, I thought it was a fish.
That's a turbot. On the nose, there are notes of wood, vanilla, peach, with a general sensation of freshness in the mouth. It has a good soft acidity with notes of white fruits such as pear and peach. A perfect aperitif, good with fish and vegetables.
Okay. I presume this one is charged, so again, I'm being very slow and methodical.
Yes.
The last one had a lot of kickback after I finished pouring the first set.
It is, I can tell you now from reading the book, it is indeed bottle fermented.
Okay.
And there's lots to say about this one.
Looks good.
From the book, but we'll go back. I'll tell you about the story once we've reviewed it fresh.
Okay, that's actually a far better pour than the other one. There's a
well
little
done.
bit left, but
Okay,
it
right.
was starting to kick. So
All right.
I think we got more
Fine.
this time.
Okay, so should we look at the bottle first?
We
It
should,
is,
yes.
some sort of mummy.
It has
some
a
sort of
mummy
tomb
in a tomb.
with some sort of Egyptian cave painting maybe behind it.
I think that might be an actual Egyptian, just going about his business.
Oh, yeah,
back
maybe.
in the day, an ancient Egyptian doing his thing. Maybe walling him in. I don't know.
Maybe.
Quite neat.
Yeah.
They have a house style of design, which I think is quite neat. Looks nice.
Yep.
Reminds me a little bit, and this is a bit parochial, but you'll remember the very old when Dave Maggs was there, the West Parks style bottles.
Yes,
like
with a basically hand drawn.
yeah,
nice
and then with a circle of primary colour.
It is a bit. It is a bit like the old West
Parksy.
Parks show ones. Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. West Parks.
Yeah. Right. So it looks like a blonde ale. There's nothing much to say about the look. So should we have a smell?
Do the old camera. Oh, hello.
Peachy.
Sour.
Peachy sour.
Mm-hmm.
Smells lovely.
I say it smells a little bit of acid drops. What do you reckon, Silent Bob?
A fine contribution, I must say so. Should we go for a bit of a taste?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers. Ooh, that's really interesting. That's not what the taste I was expecting. It's not a sour in the traditional hit your face in the.
Well, it is. So this was from another one from Matey's cellar that he wasn't selling per se.
Yes.
This is 2014, and the recommended drink by
It's
you can see here is
2022.
2022. So we're a couple of years late. So I
Yes.
guess so. I suppose it's mellowed over time.
Also, this isn't brewed as a sour beer. It's just what it becomes, according to this. So let me tell you. Shall I tell you a bit about it?
Give me some tales.
So this is what they call a terroir. What's that word?
What?
Terroir.
Terroir.
Terroir beer in Italy.
Terroir.
It's so cool because it is left for a long period in a sort of wooden sarcophagus, which is probably why it's called the Mummia.
Mummia, right. Okay.
It's been made since the brewery opened in 2006, but because of its long maturation period, it only went to the market in 2008. Its tortuous path of production means it is only available in very small quantities, which might explain some of the things, right?
Right, yes.
There is no precise style it falls into. It starts off as Runa, which is the basic beer of the brewery. It is a blonde beer re-fermented in the bottle, so it's not made as a sour beer, which is why it's not that kind of traditional sour beer taste. It's then left in barrels, which were originally used for aging a local red wine. The maturation gives the beer a clear aromatic profile that covers both the wood notes and the acidity. These come as a consequence of bacterial infections, which are quite typical of beers aged in wooden barrels.
This is where the lambic edge comes from.
After 12 months, the beer is bottled and re-fermented with a wine yeast used for another local wine, the white sparkling wine Cortese. The yeast gives it closest to a spumante wine with notes of baked bread and acidity. So it is a sour into the way it tastes, but it's not the way a sour beer is typically made.
And when they used the word tortuous to describe its production route, they were quite true. I kind of got to the stage where I lost track of what they were doing.
So basically, it is a blonde ale that has been made sour by its barrel aging method.
Yeah.
So that's why it has that. It's not to do with it. It's not to do with how old it is. It's actually to do with how it's made.
Well, I'm always a fan of a good sour beer, and I'm also a fan of beers that are quite tannic. And obviously, this is taken on the tannic notes from its barrel aging.
It's lovely. And it's really, really nice.
This is really, really nice. Really good stuff.
I'm a big fan of a sour.
It's not too sour. I mean, again, it might have mellowed out over the years. It perhaps maybe it had more of a sucker punch 3 or 4 years ago. But I think this is a lovely mellow beer. Really enjoying it.
Yeah. This brewery so far, top marks. I think there's
Yeah.
two other beers. There are 2 other beers from the brewery in the book.
2 other beers. Wow, they've got a good representation.
So the other one is Demon Hunter. One
Right.
of them is Demon Hunter, which is the base beer for the Draco, which is more readily available.
Okay.
And the other one is Quattro Runa, which is a seasonal one. So I'll try and get home at some point.
Well, to have 4 of your beers in 1001 beers to try before you die is quite an achievement.
Absolutely, and I can understand why. I mean, they're really, really interesting. Like very, very interesting beers are not quite what you might imagine.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. You can taste the white wine. You can taste the barrel aging. There's a nice mellow, I'd say tartness more than anything. I wouldn't say it's sour necessarily tart.
It's tart rather than sour. It's quite easygoing.
Yeah.
Very pleasant. Does it get the thumbs up from our silent partner? Yes. Okay. Good. Excellent. Yeah. So I like the fact that they put it in a sarcophagus and they called it the mummy.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's an excellent. And obviously la Mummia. I mean, that's just brilliant to say. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So and must say I like the whole phrase torturous path of production, which I think describes it quite well.
And I think it's a torturous path that's well worth treading. It's absolutely lovely.
Absolutely, yes.
Really
but
good.
that may well explain why it is hard to get hold of.
Yeah. So I feel quite privileged to be having this one. Well done.
I mean,
well done to Silent Bob on the negotiations.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I think we've only had one other beer which has been less readily available, which was that one we had at the bottle share, which was that one they only released one day a year, that American one.
Yes. Oh, yes. That
I can't remember what it was called now.
was that what the Sam Adams one?
No.
Oh no.
The dark
Yeah, I know
one.
the one. Yeah. As I had some kind of heavy metal branding.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. So, but this one specifically says it's only available in very small quantities, so actually getting a bottle at all is good.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose that's part of this book, right? Is there's obviously lots of beers in here which you can readily get, which are ones you need to try.
Yeah.
But I suppose also the whole point of the rarity or the scarcity makes it a more interesting thing to come and find.
Absolutely,
Especially if it's one you must try, but you're going to have to bloody well work hard to get it. Whereas there's actually lots in here which are easy to get hold of, like the Devil is in here, and like Budweiser's in here, and Punk IPA and things like that, which are dead easy to get hold of, and there's a reason why they're in here. But
we're running to 11 minutes now.
Oh dear, I've been called. Well,
I think it's time.
Like, comment, subscribe, and see you for another beer review very, very soon.
Thanks, Mosaic, and if you're in Catania, go to Mosaic.
Correct.
Lovely people.
Bye.